Hello again, everyone. I'm Lucas Berry for White Oak Rail. Haven't heard that one in a while now, have we? It's been a while since I've posted on this channel, but I wanted to make note of something very important. Today is our 5-year anniversary of White Oak Rail. I can't believe it. I really cannot believe that it's been 5 years since our first video was published here on the channel. It seems almost incomprehensible, but it's true. Don't have a video to acknowledge that, say the one we're doing right now. But I do have something that I think will kind of launch us into a new era of White Oak Rail, so to speak. For those of you who may not know, I haven't been posting on the channel because I've been doing a weekly train show for the New River Network here in Fayette County in southern West Virginia. And I am partnered with the city of Oak Hill, West Virginia last summer to assume control of the city's cable channel. And we've also got YouTube, Roku, a website, Facebook, we got everything. So it's quite a lot of distribution as compared to just on Facebook. So there's a lot of things, a lot more exposure for me, and that's not why I did it. I did it because I love New River Railroading. I love Southern West Virginia Railroading. I believe that Appalachian Railroading is the best on the planet, and I wanted to share that with even more people. And I wanted to let people hopefully become aware of what these trains are doing if they encounter one in their everyday life. That's why I did it. I didn't do it just for increased notoriety. That's not why I did it. It was an opportunity I could not pass up, and so it kind of took my focus away from this. And so as we past milepost 5 on our journey, I kind of was like, well, what am I going to do for this new era of White Oak Rail, and what am I going to launch it? Well, the 5-year anniversary seems like a darn good time to launch it. Let's go with that. So here we are. And what we've launched, like I said, a new look for a website. It's still the same website. I didn't change anything in terms of how it looks, but I changed what you'll find, the content on said website. So what it basically is now is the White Oak Rail Digital Archive. And what it is it's pictures from various places that I've gone, showcasing essentially what I've caught in a new way. And it's broken down by subdivision. So you've got the CSX, New River, Allegheny and Kanawha subdivisions, the Piney Creek subdivision, the R.J. Coleman and West Virginia line, the Kanawha River Railroad, the Norfolk Southern line and Gulf Branch. I don't have the Pocahontas district on there yet because I haven't really got anything on the Pokey that I've taken a picture of that's good. So we'll get that in due course. We will, but just not yet. But we'll add as we go places that kind of, we'll check this box off, we'll tick this box off. Okay, we're good, right? So we won't, what you see now is not, I'm sure we'll get more as we go. I also kept an extra board there on the off chance that, let's say I go to Grafton, let's just use that as an example. Well, that's on the mountain subdivision, but I'm probably not going to chase the mountain anytime soon. Not that I wouldn't want to. I would love to chase the mountain sub. But let's say I'm going to Morgantown, and I sub off in Grafton, get a picture of a train in the yard. That's it. Okay, now that goes on the extra board for now, and then if I get more on the mountain, we can go there. Let's say I go to North Carolina, and I catch something on the Old Southern. Well, I don't live in North Carolina. I probably won't have that many pictures on the Old Southern, but let's say I get something in Thomasville, North Carolina. Let's just use that as an example. You go, okay, here's something on the extra board from Thomasville, and then if I ever go down there more, it can fill in. That's the idea here. And I save what I think is the best for last to talk about. I've long believed that if I was to hold an old-time railroading job, it would be that of a cabin operator or a station agent, or a dispatcher. I've long been fascinated with the art of dispatching a railroad and how train movements were tracked back in the days before the dispatcher could see a train on his computer screen, hundreds of miles away. CSX dispatchers are in Jacksonville, Florida, controlling a main line in West Virginia up to Maine. So I've long been fascinated with how railroads are dispatched, and one of my favorite things from old-time railroading is OSing a train. And if you don't know, OS, depending on who you ask, it either means on sheet, out of station, or on station. Yeah, I've seen it. I've heard all three. I go with on sheet myself. But I've heard it go both ways, or all three ways, rather. And what this essentially means is best described with an example. Let's say I'm the operator at MA Cabin at Hawk's Nest, and I have a train with an extra coal train with engine CNO 1604 leading on number 2 track heading eastbound. It passes me at 12:31 p.m. What I would do is I would get on my telephone, or I actually had an operator on the New River who worked for CNO and Chessie, and in the CSX, I believe, is what the general told me. He said they had teletype machines back in the day. And so they would get on that, and they would alert everyone. The dispatcher was sitting at him. And so telegraph wires or telephone or teletype would have the dispatcher be able to hear it, as well as anyone else like Cotton Hill or South Fayette could hear extra 1604 East 2-track OSMA 1231. So that would be okay. 1601 is past MA Cabin at 1231. I know where that is down the river, but I can work around that. I can go, okay, I got a cracked passenger train behind it. I need to get him around this extra, or I'm going to have to run something westbound. I need to have him be aware of the extra, whatever the case may be. If the extra has some extra work, like let's say they're picking up cars in Thurmond, I'm going to have to get them. Like, okay, I need to know where this train is. And so that's basically what an OSing a train is. I've long been fascinated by it. And so for me, I wanted to bring that back in some way. And the way I went with was the OS reports section of our website. Now, I have to qualify this by saying it only applies to times I go out when I stay in one location. If I chase a train, it doesn't count. If I chase a train, let's say I chase a train up Loup Creek, I'm not going to OS that train every single time I go, because I don't have that kind of time, particularly when you're chasing something. And it kind of defeats the purpose, quite frankly. At least in my mind it does. It defeats the purpose of OSing and emulating being a cabin operator or a station agent. But what that will be used for is essentially to provide a record of train movements by my camera on a given day. And so, that'll basically be another way of archiving things. You go, okay, that's what it looked like on May 15th. That's what it was on June 20th. That's what it was on August 8th. So that's kind of what I want to do, is I want to, again, for the times that I'm out and I'm staying in one location, which quite frankly is most places around here, considering it's kind of hard to chase a train in the New River Gorge. You kind of have to just lay down and wait for it to come to you. I wanted to bring that back in some way. So I probably won't update it in real time, but when I get back from the day's adventure, or at worst the next morning, I'll be able to go, okay, here's what the day looked like. And I'll post on my Facebook page when I update this stuff. So you'll know, again, when I post more pictures on the individual subdivision, we'll keep this updated. It won't just be, oh, I wonder if Lucas posted anything. No, we'll make sure you know. But that's kind of the idea that I wanted to do with this kind of a new era of White Oak Rail. I still wanted to have this channel, and I still will. I might even put some raw footage on there if all my narrated stuff is going to NRN. But again, I wanted to just kind of take this time to update you and thank you for watching this channel over the past 5 years. I have continually been amazed that people are still watching, even as I've gone essentially quiet. But I'm forever grateful. I really am. For those of you who have taken the time to watch, I've said it a million times and I'll say it a million more. I am proud of the community we've built on this channel. I really am. And I thank each and every last one of you for taking the time to watch. You don't have to do this. You can watch anything else, and I am forever grateful that you chose to watch what I did. And I hope you've taken the time, once I post the playlist of train time episodes on the New River Network from our YouTube to my YouTube, I hope that you will watch and enjoy the past and get ready as we look forward to the future of the program as we go forward. So once again, thank you so much for watching. I'm Lucas Berry for White Oak Rail, getting out of this windstorm.